to right below break even. So what you done was you brought yourself down to a goose egg. No risk. Okay? Now remember, you still have a position on, right? You still have a position on, and you've eaten up a percentage of your margin. All right, so standardly, basically, you've eaten up a percentage of your margin, which is decreasing your free margin. So if you started out with 1,000 and you used $20 or $100, $50 out of this, whatever, you now have $950, what they call free margin, which means that you're in a trade, you have zero risk, and you still have all this margin to use. All of that. That means that you can look at another pair. Okay, let's just use this. Let's take a look at this. So you say to yourself, wow, I could trade. This is my harmonic scanner from the company, actually. Okay, this is a harmonic scanner from the company. So we look at it and we say, okay, 2% risk is $100. All right, this is on a $5,000 account. Here's your risk. Here's your entry. And let's just say you actually took this trade. Okay, you're right here in the trade, and your stop would be break even right now. Okay, so essentially you're eating up a little bit of margin, right? You're using 0.67 lots on 5,000, but right now you have no more risk, so you can go to the next trade. So if you look at your portfolio, you can have a list of trades. You could have the EU, EUR, you can have the JY, you can have the GA, GBP, AUSD. But as you start to profit and you bring in the risk down to zero, all right, as you're bringing the risk down to zero, meaning if you would have shorted it here, the market's here, you've got zero risk now because you break even, you are eating up your free margin. You're eating this up right here. And this is decreasing. Because now if you did a trade, for instance, a 0.67 on this, you would be eating up all that free margin. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at the videotape here. See if I can open up the terminal and show you. Let me just do 6.7. All right, so let's just say you did, okay, I may have screwed something up here, so hold on a second, please. Okay, I see what I did. I turned it off for this account, so, all right, no big deal. So anyway, the point is, you have your trade you entered here, it's come down this far, and you have a break-even stop. Essentially, you have zero risk on the trade, but you're eating up your free margin. Some pairs have higher risk than others. The EUR CHF, since it's the CHF, there's a higher value attached to it in terms of margin and risk. All right, I'm using this as a demo account that I'm using here just to show some example. All right, let me just fix this. All right, so that's how, when we look at trade margin, that's how professional traders look at it. Trade 1, okay, you do the EU. You do 2% risk. And when the market's in your favor, you have a break-even stop. You have zero risk. 2, EJ, okay, 2% risk. All right, and then when it comes in your favor, you have zero. You can either take the profits off the table, or you can continue to add positions. So when you're looking at free margin, because you have $1,000 in an account, you have 1 million free margin. In the US, Okay, most of the brokers, you have 1,000.